ADOS, proud sponsors of ADOS Addicted to Fishing.
I'm Nicky, and since I could hold a handline, I have been addicted to fishing. Whether it's straylining for snapper, jigging for kingfish, dropping deep for harpooker, or jumping in and going spearfishing, I love it all. Join me each week as I road trip around the country, travelling to both New Zealand's most iconic fishing destinations and stepping off the beaten track to show just how good Kiwi fishing really is. Whether it's a girls' trip, fishing with a local, or riding solo, I am on a constant quest to satisfy my insatiable fishing addiction. Kia ora and welcome to ADOS Addicted to Fishing. This week we're putting the Extreme 750 onto the Sea Link ferry and we're going to go and we're going to fish around the Great Barrier Island. I'm super excited about this episode because I've tracked down a local lad who is like fishing royalty. This is a place where fishing dreams come true, so we have our fingers crossed for this one. We're off to the breathtaking Great Barrier Island, only a short trip away from the Big Smoke, yet it feels like an entire world away. Our mates at Sea Link Ferry are taking us over on a short 4-hour ferry so we can tow our new Extreme boat around the island, which gives us the ability to launch and retrieve the boat so we can virtually fish no matter what the weather.
Been fishing since I was about 6 years old. My grandfather bought me my first fishing rod for my 6th birthday and I've been hooked ever since. Absolutely love it. I would do it every day if I could, and it's my biggest passion in the whole world. So fishing on the barrier is awesome. There's a vast range of species which can be caught from the rocks and from the boat. Snapper, kahawai, trevally, kingies, and even in the summer months, marlin and tuna. You know, it's pretty easy to go out and catch yourself tea, and if you want to put in the hard yards like myself, you get rewarded with the big ones. So Nicky and I are going to hit the water and we are going to go to a couple of my favourite spots, and she's told me that she's got a big load of bait and burley and all sorts of other goodies, so we'll go and look up some of my spots and find a nice drop off, and we'll just pump a monster burley trail and we'll see if we can't entice some of those kelpies out to come out for a bit of a nosy up the burley trail and see if we can entice them onto one of our lines.
So excited, we've just put the boat in the water and we're about to go straylining. Great Barrier reeks of big fish, so I cannot wait. All right, well, to say that I'm excited about going fishing this morning is probably a little bit of an understatement. How are you feeling?
Keen as.
Keen as, yeah. So Trav over here is no one on the island for his fishing. You're really into your fishing as well, aren't you?
Yep, it's like my second job. Love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Awesome.
I'd do it every day if I could, but yeah, unfortunately I've got to go to work. But
got to pay the bills. Yeah, for sure. So what do you reckon we do today? What's the plan?
I reckon we head up and through the Broken Islands and we'll look around and find some nice deep drop-offs, and we'll put the anchor down and then we'll just set up this sick burley trail and get some big baits out there, and hopefully we can coax some of those big mooches in. That'd
be so good. We have so much burley, it's not even funny. Our mates over at Salty Dog have fully hooked us up. So we're just sitting here in the harbour at Whangaparapara, and we've just launched the boat, and over there is the old whaling station. Now, Trav over here is 5th and 6th generation barrier I guess you could call it
Barrier
almost
right.
barrier right. You could probably almost call it pedigree barrier fisherman. So on both sides of his grandparents, and in the background there is actually the whaling station, which your grandfather used to work on.
Yes.
So it's probably safe to say that fishing's in your blood.
Yeah, it pretty much is, yes.
Okay, cool. Well, I think we're in good hands for today. So I reckon that we just keep going. We go out to the Broken Islands and then see what we can entice. Cool, let's get going.
Mean.
So what we're seeing is heaps of life. So we've got little bait fish jumping on the surface. We've got the birds. We've seen a whole heap of dolphins. And it's all part of the recipe for success when it comes to finding snapper. Yeah, there's some good sign here.
Still in 20 metres too.
Yeah.
Right here.
Some really nice drop-offs here. We were at about 5 metres before, and it's just gone boom, straight down to 20.
That bottom is looking better and better.
It is. There's even more. Nice.
That's the best looking one so far.
Yeah. So we've gone from 5 metres all the way down to 20, and then a rock that's gone up to 15. And it looks like it's quite a big rock coming over the other side of it now. Oh, it's going up to 10. This is great. Wow, that's clear water. A thick burley trail is essential when you want to bring in those tasty snapper. It's the first thing that you do when you get to the spot.
There you go.
Feels so good to finally have a line in the water. Something really special about Great Barrier. It's very soulful. It's very earthy, down to earth. The people here are incredibly friendly. And it's just got a really good energy and a good vibe to it. It attracts people that don't sort of sit still. You're sort of very active, the people here. I quite like Great Barrier. To book your trip on the SeaLink ferry, go to www.sealink.co.nz. Whoa! We're about to get into some scrumptious Great Barrier snapper. Here we are in the down-to-earth Great Barrier Island, fishing with legendary local Travis Munday.
Great Barrier Island is a very special place. The people that live here are just friendly as. We're very self-sufficient here. We are not on mains power or mains water. We all have our own generators, solar power, windmills, tanks for the water. My grandfather, Charlie Blackwell, he's grown up here 4th generation, and he's influenced me quite a lot with my fishing. So the only time my grandfather needed to take the boat out was to catch puka, and they quite often didn't have bait. Like you couldn't rock on down to the local shop and grab a bag of pillies, so they used to catch rats and singe the hair off the rats and use them as bait and catch puka after puka. And because you could catch anything you wanted from the rocks or the shore, kahawai, snapper, trevally, everything. One day him and his mate thought it would be funny to sneak his dad's gun and go down to the local beach here, and when the tide was low, because there was lots of shellfish beds all along the beach here, and wait for the low tide so you can see the snappers with their head in the sand, and they line the snapper up and pop a shot off and wait for the swell to wash them in and wander on home with a sack full of snapper.
Yeah, I think he's on. It probably is a kahawai because we've got a few splashing over here.
I think it's a snapper.
You reckon it's a snapper?
Yeah.
Awesome. Might just jump in.
I think so, but...
Yeah, it's a nice wee snapper. Woohoo!
He was right up off the bottom, eh?
Was he?
I'd only just cast that out. Sweet. Target species.
Target species.
Mean.
Gonna pull him out and show the camera. Gosh, beautiful, beautiful colour and condition on these fish here. You can tell that they feed well around here.
Nice snapper, he's swallowed my hooks, but never mind. More than.
Oh well, he's more than legal. We'll take him home and cherish him for dinner.
Sweet. Cool, just start. They're here.
Oh, yep, 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 yep. So I'm fishing with circle hooks, so I'm not going to strike. It's the hardest thing in the world not to strike, when all you want to do is just strike. I'll trickle out a little bit of line. Tease the fish. Absolutely love this bait runner mode. I'm using the new Shimano Shadow X Nano rod. Specifically made for the bait runner, 7 foot, perfect for the boat, 6 to 10 kilo. And I've also got my Shimano Thanos 8000 spool, 15 kilo. Recipe for success. Oh, oh, oh. So we're getting a few little inquiries. Whoa! Well, that was amazing. We just had a whole heap of bait fish just jump out of the water. And then my rod went off, and I'm pretty sure that the kingies must have turned up because there's something big that's scaring away all those bait fish. This feels like a snapper though. Good nods. Could you please get the net, Trav? Just on the bait board there. Kia ora. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Wow, look at the belly on this one. Beautiful condition. Nice light blue spots. Gosh, I can just picture this fish in a pan. A little bit of butter and a bit of garlic. Right, should we take this one home and cherish him for dinner as well?
Sounds good.
Nothing better than fresh snapper. This is such a plump, fat fish, so I reckon we open him up and have a look and see what he's been eating. It's a great way to modify your bait choices. So we've just opened him up. I want to see what this fish has been eating. It's such a big fat stomach. So this is his gut cavity here, so you just cut from his bum to his mouth. Okay, so this is his stomach cavity. Oh, so it actually looks like he's taken one of our baits, one of our jackmacks. So that's our jackmack head. Got a bit of a scallop in there too. So he's obviously been using the front of his face to just smash up the scallop. So yeah, he's just been having a bit of a munch.
Tackle tips and tactics, brought to you by Smart Marine.
Let's have a little yarn about why I prefer to use circle hooks over J hooks. Now, I used to be a fan of using J hooks. You may have seen them previously in the show, but to be honest, these days I would definitely rather use a circle hook over a J hook. Now, the reason for that is that a lot more fish come up that don't survive if you use a hook like this. And if you're in an area where you're catching undersized fish, then you're in a bit of a conundrum. So I highly recommend to use circle hooks. Now, these do work a little bit differently, and you do need to act a little bit differently when you fish them. Say the fish comes along, it eats your bait. This goes all the way down into its esophagus or into its tummy. It comes back up and it rolls into the corner of its mouth 9 times out of 10. And so that means that when you catch a fish, you can easily and safely remove the hook, and you can actually decide whether you want to put that fish back or not. Now, another reason that I really enjoy these hooks is because you actually let the fish hook themselves. So you don't need to strike. You can increase the drag just a little bit and make sure that you wind up a little bit of the slack, and the fish virtually hooks itself. Now, I would use a smaller circle hook in a situation where there might be slightly smaller snapper around, or I'm trying to induce the bite. If fishing's a little bit hard, I'll always go down in my hook sizes. And then if I'm in a place like Great Barrier, for example, where I know that there's monster snapper around, I'll tend to use something a little bit bigger to try and entice those big ones.
For all your fishing needs, head on down to your local Smart Marine store. After the break, we come face to face with some more Great Barrierite snapper. I'm fishing out of our new extreme boat with a Great Barrier local, Travis Munday.
Snapper fishing on Great Barrier Island is second to none. It is absolutely fantastic, and I like to fish both from the boat and from the shore, and I've probably caught more 20-pounders than I have fingers and toes. Primarily, rock fishing is my ultimate thing. I love getting up early, traipsing through the bush, getting a mean sweat up, and then to finally reach your fishing spot and know that you're the only one there, just you and all those hungry big snapper. My fishing mentor would have to be John Lennon. He is the man when it comes to fishing, and he has taught me so much. He was like my idol when I was young. I used to love going to all the fishing comps when I was a kid and waiting for John Lennon to come in, and I was just fascinated by him. John was the man, and one day he asked me if I would like to join him on one of his fishing trips, and that's been us best mates for life. Oh, that looks a lot better.
Now what? Definitely feels like a snapper.
Man, it hit with a bit of
grunt.
bit of up and go, didn't it?
It does. All right, here we go. They're getting a little bit bigger throughout the day. Woohoo!
Sweet.
Yeah, and he's been hooked before. Gosh, his stomach is completely rock hard. Must be full of, well, probably our bait and burley, let's be honest. Beautiful fish. So I've just come over to the old bait board to rebait my hook, and I found something a little bit interesting. Hey Trav, what do you call this, mate?
That is the squid cocktail.
Squid cocktail. Looks like a nice, delectable piece of sushi, perhaps.
Yeah, it could be, yes.
Could be.
The old pilly up the squid trick.
Pilly up the squid trick. I like it. Right, do you want to show our viewers how you might put that on the hook, perhaps?
Okay, first hook.
Yeah.
Just thread it through like that.
Yeah, through the old stomach.
Make sure you give it a good push through so that barb comes out the other side.
Yeah.
Put it down. Like that.
Uh-huh.
And then we'll set this one.
Further up the top.
Yeah. Because what you'll find happen is that the snapper's going to come along
And eat the flesh.
and he's going to go bang, and if you miss him on that hook, then you've still got that one there.
Right, so should we do the old half hitch,
yeah.
which is, I call it a bait's best friend. The half hitch is a bait's best friend. Nice. One or two?
That should be enough because it's quite a bit of bait.
Damn. Mate, you on over there?
I think it is snapper.
These Great Barrier snapper.
The big ones have been a bit elusive today.
Yeah, but it blows me away at how mighty they are for their size.
Healthy, eh? And
Yeah, really healthy. Did you know that a snapper that we catch, which is the general legal size limit, which is 30 centimetres and, snapper 1 restriction,
yep.
it takes 3.5 to 4 years for that snapper to get that size.
Hey.
And all snapper are born as females, and then half of them change to males. Ooh.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Definitely
Please
a snapper.
Please be
I
a
think it
snapper.
is.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
I think if it was a shark, it would have bitten us off.
Don't say the S word, don't say the S word. It is a
Oh,
snapper.
yes.
So, yeah. Woohoo!
You ripper.
Amazing!
Mean.
That is awesome!
So
Just
stoked.
another Magic
Monday.
Ooh.
You beauty.
Travis's last name is Munday, so we've been singing that a little bit today. But look at this fish! That is so
Excellent.
impressive. Woo! Wow, wow, wow. Check out those teeth. The teeth on this fish are completely worn down. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is we really want to let this fish go. So Trav's just trying to get the hook that's down the mouth out. So he's a part-time doctor or part-time vet.
Surgeon.
Bit of a surgeon over here. We'd really like to see this fish swim off. Woohoo!
Finally. Taken all day.
All right, well this is what perseverance looks like, guys.
Taken
Now-
all day.
Thank you so much, Trav. It has been
good.
so much fun having you on the boat, and thank you for taking us out.
Oh, the fun's all me, bro. It's been a pleasure coming out with you guys, eh? And
Oh, wicked.
loved every minute. And
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We love the Great Barrier. We might have to move our head office over here.
Sounds good.
Fishing out of Great Barrier. All right, well that's it from us from ADOS Addicted to Fishing. Let's try and get this fish back so he can swim off
Sweet.
nice and healthy.
All right.
All right.
Gear, Care and Catch, brought to you by Trade Zone.
Right, so when I get back in from the boat ramp after a day's fishing, one thing that I like to do religiously is to spray the electrical part on the trailer and the plug here on the Ranger with some of this CO contact cleaner thanks to CRC. Reason for this is that, as we all know, the salt water can corrode very quickly and easily. So I like to give it a quick spray, and that means that I know that next time I want to go out in the water, we're going to be sweet as.
For all your engineering needs, head in store or order online at www.tradezone.co.nz. When we go to the Great Barrier, we go on to bookabatch.co.nz and book the Par Beach Bungalow, listing 20185. Check out our YouTube and Facebook page for complete episodes, competitions, and all your fishing updates. ADOS Addicted to Fishing is proud to be with Extreme Boats powered by Honda Marine, and we tow it around with our Ford Ranger. Smart Marine supply us with our Shimano tackle, and we find the best fishing spots with our Furuno. We cook our catch thanks to barbecues and more, and clean up using Bosch hot water products supplied by our local Chester's Plumbing store. We keep up to date with New Zealand Fishing News magazine, and it all sticks together thanks to ADOS.